Welcome, seventh graders, to our Ecosystem Essentials podcast. I'm your host, Ms. Maya, and today we're going to review all the amazing things that we've learned about ecosystems. So grab your thinking caps and let's dive in. First up, let's talk about the foundation of all life in an ecosystem, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is like nature's own solar power plant. Plants take in sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide and turn them into glucose. That's sugar. And they release oxygen. It's the ultimate green energy. This process is the basis for all energy in an ecosystem. Without photosynthesis, life as we know it wouldn't exist. Now let's flip the script and talk about cellular respiration. If photosynthesis is like making energy, cellular respiration is like spending it. It's basically the opposite of photosynthesis. Living things, including us, break down glucose to release energy, and in the process, we use up oxygen and produce carbon dioxide. It's like a cycle of life on a tiny scale. Speaking of circles of life, let's review the energy roles in an ecosystem. First, we have producers. These are mainly plants and some bacteria that can make their own food through photosynthesis. They are like the chefs of the ecosystem, cooking up energy for everyone else. Next, we have consumers. These are organisms that can't make their own energy or their own food, so they have to eat other organisms. Consumers come in different kinds. Primary consumers eat producers. Think rabbits munching on grass. These would be herbivores. Secondary consumers eat primary consumers. Think a fox eating a rabbit. This would be a carnivore if they eat only meat, and if they eat both meat and plants, they'd be an omnivore. Tertiary consumers eat secondary consumers. Imagine an eagle swooping down on that fox to eat him. And let's not forget our cleanup crew, the decomposers. These are organisms like fungi and bacteria that break down dead stuff and waste. They're like the ecosystem's recycling plant, returning nutrients to the soil for producers to use again. Now let's zoom out and look at how different elements cycle through an ecosystem. First up, the carbon and oxygen cycle. Remember photosynthesis and cellular respiration? They play a big role here. Plants take in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis and release oxygen. Animals and other organisms take in that oxygen for cellular respiration and release carbon dioxide. It's a beautiful dance of give and take. Now, let's splash into the water cycle. Water is constantly moving through ecosystems and the atmosphere. It evaporates from bodies of water, forms clouds, falls as precipitation, and then either soaks into the ground or runs off into rivers and oceans. Plants also release water vapor through a process called transpiration. It's like Earth's own recycling system for water. Now, let's get a little funky with the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen is super important for living things, but most can't use it directly from the air. That's where nitrogen-fixing bacteria come in. They convert atmospheric nitrogen into a form plants can use. Then, as plants and animals die or produce waste, decomposers break down the nitrogen compounds, returning them to the soil. Some nitrogen also goes back into the atmosphere, completing the cycle. Finally, let's talk about what happens when we mess with the food web. Imagine if all the bees suddenly disappeared from an ecosystem. Yikes! Many plants wouldn't get pollinated, which means there would be fewer plants in the long run. This would affect all the animals that eat those plants. and then the animals that eat those animals, and so on. It's like a giant game of Jenga. Remove one piece and the whole thing can come tumbling down. This is why it's so important to protect all parts of an ecosystem. Every organism plays a crucial role in keeping the balance. And there you have it, seventh graders. We've just taken a whirlwind tour through the main concepts of ecosystems. Remember, everything in an ecosystem is connected, from the tiniest bacteria to the tallest tree. As we wrap up, think about what the ecosystem right outside your window looks like. What producers, consumers, and decomposers can you see? How do you see these cycles playing out in your own backyard? Thanks for tuning in to the Ecosystems Essentials. Until next time, keep exploring and appreciating the amazing world around you.